beautiful, but it's not our place. So there's a call to our home, which is the Hare Krishna mantra. It goes Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Rama,
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
And this is a chant which is best sung in the mood of a child for its mother. If we realize that we're in a situation that in which we feel threatened by impermanence, that is, at any minute we can lose our position here in this world, and we feel like we could cease to exist. But we always exist, we always have, and we always will. And when we chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, we're calling out to Krishna, who's the source of all of us. And it's a very personal prayer. When we say Hare, it means, oh, the energy of the Lord. And it means Srimati Radharani. And Krishna means the all-attractive, who's the source of everyone. And Rama means the highest pleasure that we're all looking for. And so when we do the chant, we're enveloped in the sound vibration, and you don't have to think about the mantra so much. You just have to chant and hear it, because it has a unique effect, being from the spiritual realm. That's the theory behind it. Is that what you heard before? Or is that the first time that you heard that? Okay. Does this sound reasonable? Pretty good. What is your name? Padma? Pratna. Nice to meet you, Pratna. So let's try chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. Since I'm the warm-up act for Rath Yatra, we'll start by chanting Hare Krishna. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Sri Mate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarne Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Cowbells out. Who's got the cowbell? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Gonna have to move up.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada. Jai Go Premanande, Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki, Shri Harinam Mantra ki, Shri Harinam Prabhu ki, Gaur Premanande. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Yeah, we can move up. Everyone move up by 7.2 inches. Plenty of room. Thanks everyone for coming tonight. Navina Nirada Prabhu is here. How did that happen? He jumps in the Ganges and comes out anywhere he wishes, even New York City. Hare Krishna Navina Prabhu. Welcome. Hare Krishna. We're taking our time to approach the Rath Yatra Day, and this is a feeling festival. That is a festival of great feeling from the heart, which is not unusual for sentient beings. And this is an important issue that comes to light in the Bhagavad Gita, of all places, that when we misdirect our feelings or we stifle them, then we're in an unnatural condition of life, and therefore we feel anxious, to put it euphemistically, or we feel traumatized, crushed. Are there any other adjectives you'd use to describe any experience you can remember in this life or last life, being in the material world? Frustration. That's a great word. Frustrate. We have to look them all up. I'm afraid. Despair. What? Cheated? Yeah. Embarrassed. Exhausted. Disgruntled. This makes me feel better. There's something therapeutic about this. Because I'm glad to hear everyone else has these ideas and feelings also. One solution to this problem is to cease to exist. And there are ideas about this, philosophical constructs that say because of our frustrations and our despair, we must be in an illusory state, and the solution would be to cease to exist. An example that Prabhupada gives is that if you go to the emergency room with an infection in your hand, and they say you'll have to take the entire course of antibiotics for a few weeks, drink a lot of water and whatever else they might say, and you might then say, it hurts too much, please just cut my hand off. And the idea that we should give up our personhood or our sense of individuality. In the Gita, Krishna says that this is not the solution, and it's misguided. Vita raga bhaya krodha. There's a way in which we have attachment, an irrational attachment to the lower energy that we were talking about earlier. There's lower energy, higher energy. The lower energy is this material world that's called bhava. Bhava means that which is always becoming something else. We can never quite grasp it because it morphs. As soon as we approach it, or even before we approach it, it's changing our idea is that it would be with me and I'd be able to appreciate it and keep it, but then it changes. And we're in constant motion trying to hold on to what we have. And this attachment to those things that are constantly changing gives us a constant sense of anxiety. And then there's a fear that this existential angst that I'm feeling is because of my personhood, and that the solution might be to give up my individuality or my sense of self, my personhood altogether. And then there's anger, which is a kind of intellectual despair, where I feel that no one has given me a complete answer or one that satisfied me. And there is no answer, therefore. One becomes skeptical. And in these three states, raga, irrational attachment, bhaya, fear of personal existence, and krodha, anger at the very idea that someone would be audacious enough, presumptuous enough to say that there is an absolute truth, because no one's explained it properly before, and it seems that no one ever could, to my satisfaction. But Krishna says in the Gita, Vita, Raga, Bhaya, Krodha, Manmaya, Mamupashrita, that you should give these misconceptions up. You should overcome them. And then in the next breath, he says that many people have done it. Bahuda means many people, ajagna tapasa, by the proper process, yajna, and jnana tapasa, by getting the proper information. After all, as Prabhupada writes in the Sri Upanishad, all experiences we have of incompleteness in this world, including the ones I mentioned above, are due to incomplete knowledge of the complete whole. So Krishna says jnana, if you get the proper knowledge, and also you're able to align your practice, the way you live in the world in such a way that you connect to Krishna, tapasa, then he said you can overcome these anomalous states of consciousness that cause us so much anxiety. And I started by talking about how Rath Yatra is a feeling festival. And we find that it is an enactment of the kinds of feelings that those who are no longer in the material world experience among themselves, especially between themselves and Krishna. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he has a relationship with everyone at all times and all places. In fact, he's in our hearts right now, and he's available always to us to give us intelligence and also to engage in deeper and deeper relationship, feeling of deep feeling. And he comes to the world from time to time, as he says in the Bhagavad Gita, yada yada hi dharmasya abhutanam dharmasya. From time to time he comes to the material world, and he also shows himself, his form, so that we can see him. He also has what's called lila, or his loving pastimes with his devotees, even in this world. And the Bhagavatam says, Yashutva paro bhavet. Because he does this, we have something to talk about that's not the World Cup. Or, I don't know, what else is there? Politics. Huh? There's a basketball game apparently going on here. And these are a fascination to many. If you're in New York, you're happy if the home team wins. And if they lose, you'll be morose for a couple years, or maybe for another 40 years. But in Krishna's Leela, his way of interacting with all of us as spiritual beings, eternal spiritual beings, nothing to do with this material world, there's an ever-increasing sense of love, fulfillment, satisfaction, fascination in our relationship with Krishna. And one of the most famous of Krishna's Leelas in this world is called Rath Yatra. It's the festival of the carts. And it represents our longing for being with Krishna and Krishna being with us or having us back with him. And there's, in the festival, the ceremony of pulling the chariots. And this activity has been described by Prabhupada, who started this Rath Yatra festival in the West. It's been going on for thousands of years in India, as you know, in Jagannath Puri, or you may not know. And he explained it as the way in which, when we pull the carts, which we may get an opportunity to do on Saturday, we're pulling Krishna back to Vrindavan. That's his hometown. But we're also pulling him into our hearts and realigning ourselves with our highest purpose of life. So there's information in what are called the revealed scriptures that talk about this pastime. One of them is in the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's the golden book. You may have seen it. There's 9 volumes, and they're all golden. It's so beautiful, you just want to look at it. But then when you read it, you find that what it's about is the ways in which Krishna and his devotees interact with one another in ever-deepening relationships, and that we're all part of that. And move up a few more inches, everybody, because there's more devotees that are stranded in the back. We could fit at least 20 more devotees in here if we just take advantage of the space. And it's a good life lesson because there's a lot of gaps in our lives. When you're waiting in line at the post office, I don't know if anybody goes to the post office anymore, but somewhere you're waiting in line, if you take that few moments to read something wholesome like the Bhagavad Gita, you'll wish they took longer. And this is a good example. Now we have plenty of room, so fill in the gaps. So about Rath Yatra, in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, there's a description of Lord Chaitanya, who very enigmatically is Krishna, but he comes as a combination of himself and as his best devotee, Srimati Radharani combined. Radha and Krishna are two, but they combine again in order for Krishna to experience the love that his greatest devotee has for him, because after all, he's the object of the affection of his devotees, and he can hardly experience that because he's the object and not the subject. So he then comes to taste the same kind of intense, loving feelings that his devotees, and especially his greatest devotee, Srimati Radharani, experiences when she sees Krishna and interacts with him. Now you see, this festival is all about that appearance of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and of the eternal loving relationship between Radha and Krishna in this spiritual world. And in the Srimad Bhagavatam, there's a parallel chapter. The Srimad Bhagavatam is 18,000 verses, but you can read the whole thing. If you read one verse a day, it'll take you 50 years. And if you're in your 20s or 30s, that's okay, you can make it. Finish the whole thing. Or you can accelerate the process. by reading it a few more every day. But it's highly recommended. It's one of the most recommended of practices in Bhakti Yoga is to listen to the Srimad Bhagavatam with your friends, or you can read it out loud to yourself, to attend readings where other people are reading the Bhagavatam and just listen. Because it's described there, Nivritit Harsher Upagyamanat Bhavaushadach Chotra Manobiramat Ka Uttama Shloka Gunanavarat Puman Virajeta Vina Pashugnat. The conundrum I talked about before, remember those 3 psychological anomalies? What was the first one? Raga means irrational attachment to temporary things. Bhaya, fear of personal existence, of even being an individual. And krodha, anger at incomplete knowledge, of absurd descriptions of who I am or what the purpose of life is, inconclusive knowledge. One becomes a skeptic and then says, well, there's no conclusion to anything, which is a conclusion to everything. So that's also an irresponsible statement, illogical. And so these can be overcome by the direct experience of the Rath Yatra festival and its deeper meaning, if one participates in it with an understanding of what one is doing. And so, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, which I was just mentioning, is called Bhavaushadi. I mentioned Bhava, how the material world is disappointing because it's always changing. And Aushadi, say Aushadi. Aushadi means medicine, so Bhavaushadi. It's a remedy for that vexing situation that we're in, trying to hold on to that which is temporary. It fulfills our heart's desire and gives us a sense of our connection to the spiritual world just by hearing the book itself. And it's also described as coming from a different realm. Every realm in this world is defined by the sound vibration that's there. So in the spiritual world, in the realm of freedom and happiness, there is an aesthetic that touches the soul, that uplifts our consciousness, and that can be imported, smuggled into the world, actually, and distributed throughout, for instance, the streets of New York City. You might find that people wear earbuds when they walk by. They're trying to stay in a certain realm. Even though they're walking down the street, they want to be in another realm. So they're listening to, what are they listening to? Tango. So they may be walking through a downtrodden place, but still they're feeling the tango. And then there's a way in which we can also bring the same sound vibration that is going on in the spiritual world, and we can bring it right through our ears into our heart, and then we'll be in the spiritual world. Tadvag visargo janataga viplavo. And that gives us an opportunity to turn our lives around. Have you ever felt like you wanted to turn your life around? Yes. Just 3 or 4 of you? Yes. I feel like that every morning. I think today I'm really going to do it. And at night I think, yeah, 1%. Tomorrow, 1.5%. But tadvag visargo janataga viplavo means if you want to flip it, if you want to get rid of all those pesky material desires that keep following you around and dampening your enjoyment in life, paradoxically, because they advertise themselves as bringing that they will bring us some sort of satisfaction, happiness, but then we're always disappointed. We can go to another source, and that's the sound vibration from the spiritual world. So that's Srimad Bhagavatam. 18,000 verses, 1 a day, 50 years, and you're good. Now, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, it's described how Krishna, who's the Supreme Personality of Godhead, remember, who's appeared in this world to show us what freedom looks like and real love looks like in the spiritual world. So he opens a stage in a place called Kurukshetra, which is also famous for Bhagavad Gita. But this time, there's an exchange of love. Of course, we won't go into the details, but even the battle at Kurukshetra included exchanges of love. But this time he goes on the pretext of doing a religious ceremony during the eclipse of the sun. This was known astrologically, astronomically, that there would be an eclipse at a certain time. So Krishna, who at this point, minus all the details in the history, was living in Dwarka. And he came there with huge armies and elephants as large as clouds. And they were all gilded, and millions of people came because they heard Krishna was going there to Kurukshetra, because they wanted to see Krishna perform a religious ceremony there and take advantage of that holy place. And the word went out everywhere, obviously not by internet, but they had bards who would go town to town and they'd beat on drums and they'd sing about the festival coming up. So even in Vrindavan, which was Krishna's hometown, which he had left years ago to take care of some business, fighting off demons, the residents there had been waiting for him to come back to Vrindavan for over 100 years. And they all came in their wagons, no gilded animals or royal garb, simple village people. And they came to that place in Kurukshetra. Krishna was there, and they met there. And this is considered to be one of the most important meetings ever, because the residents of Vrindavan are known as pure devotees. They love Krishna unconditionally. After all, would you wait for somebody for 100 years if they said they'd be right back in 3 days? And so this is a testimony to the quality of love that devotees have for Krishna. And when they meet there, there's a very interesting occurrence, which is that the residents of Vrindavan, headed by Krishna's chief devotee, Srimati Radharani, whom I mentioned already a couple of times, face to face with Krishna says, please come back to Vrindavan, because that's Krishna's hometown and there's an environment there of natural love. It just flows spontaneously. Whereas in Dwarka, where Krishna went as a king, there's a more official way of connecting with Krishna. So the gopis then say, headed by Srimati Radharani, Krishna, please come back to Vrindavan. And at that time, Krishna admits that there are no devotees anywhere, although he loves all his devotees, that have as pure love as the residents of Vrindavan, headed by Srimati Radharani. And he says to the world that this kind of devotion that is pure and spontaneous, it pulls me, it conquers me. And anyone who's taken to this process, which is called Bhakti Yoga, even the beginners who have just started the path of Bhakti Yoga and feel like they're a long way away from spontaneous love because they're following in the footsteps of those devotees who have that. He says, Mai bhakti bhutanam amritat vayakalpate jishta yat asin mat sneha bhavatino man apanaha. That this kind of devotion guarantees that you'll be successful. And as a little more encouragement, the Srimad Bhagavatam early on, in a general way, this may be encouraging. It says, Bejare muniyo tagre bhagavan tamadhoksajam sattvam vishuddham shemaya kalpante yen utaniha. And that is the power of the practice of Bhakti Yoga. We may not have as deep of emotion for Krishna as we would like, or we may be faltering in our fledgling practices of devotional service. However, if we follow the mood, the footsteps of those who do have that kind of love, Bejare Munio Tagre, Agre means previously there were such great devotees who met with Krishna. Then those who follow in the footsteps, even if they're far, far away, they're eligible, kalpante nutaniha, for the same result that those great devotees achieved. So all of us have been invited by the founder of this movement, the Krishna consciousness movement, to participate in this feeling festival, which, as you can see, is highly esoteric. I just gave a brief summary of what it is. But still, we find people like my brother Pete. He's come to see me at every Rath Yatra since I've been in the Hare Krishna movement, which was 1973. I think he missed that when my parents were there. But every time he comes, he'll pull the ropes. And every time he pulls the ropes, he says, Hare Krishna. And I think of Pete, and I think of the thousands of people in New York City or Los Angeles. Give a shout out if you have a Rath Yatra in your country somewhere. Where are you all from? San Francisco? Buenos Aires? Moscow? Rath Yatra Moscow? Yes. Let's go. Nepal? The Bronx. It seems like a mismatch. How such a feeling festival could take place in environments. Los Angeles, for instance, Venice Beach. You'll find no prevalence of, you'll find the prevalence of predatory behavior amongst humans. I'm not talking about animals, or maybe I am. There's a way in which people there are for looking for rank material pleasure, and they begin to dance and appreciate the pageantry of the festival. And just by such appreciation, gradually, they are able to enter into the jet stream that pulls them back to the spiritual world. So we have this opportunity, because all of you are deeply engaged in the practice of devotional service, taking time to come to a class like this to discuss. I'm predicting you're likely reading some books about Bhakti, chanting, taking time early in the morning to be introspective. And you can definitely attain success in this lifetime by continuing your practice and deepening it on a regular basis by reading about Rath Yatra and other pastimes and the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita and practicing amongst the devotees. Now, to just evoke some feeling. So we talked about before, this is a way of opening the heart to our real emotions for Krishna in the spiritual world. It's important for us to sing. And we can now sing. Let's sing a couple of songs. We have a little time, right? A couple more minutes? More than 8:30, okay. Are you up for singing? Yes. Do you need to stand up for a second? Everyone stand up and reach to the ceiling. See if you can touch it. And say, Gauranga. Gauranga. Stretch a little higher and say Gauranga again. Gauranga. I think Nitai is almost touching. 1, 2, 3, Gauranga. Gauranga. Okay, put your hands down. Just be a little silent for a minute. Take a deep breath. Relax. Shake it out a little bit. And we're about to enter into a spiritual realm by imported sound from the spiritual world. So let's try it all together. We can sit down and do our second group chanting. And I'm being handed a computer, and on it there's probably some bhajans. that we can look at, shall we? We do this and then the Rath Yatra verses?
Yes.
And then we can do Shiva Ranjani.
Yeah.
Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Does that make sense to anybody? Okay, the Jagannath Ashtaka. An Ashtaka is a form of poetry which employs 8 verses to bring emotion and philosophical conclusion all at once. And so they're a very powerful way of meditating on the spiritual world and our relationship with Krishna. And this Ashtakam is about Jagannath. Jaga means the universe and Nath means the Lord. So the Lord of the universe is Jagannath. And he'll be going down Fifth Avenue. He's been doing that since 1976. I just happen to have been here at that time. And since then, the municipality no longer gives permits for Fifth Avenue, but because it's Jagannath, they're making an exception. I mean, why not? He's the Lord of the universe. He can't take up Fifth Avenue for an afternoon. Okay, so this song documents this festival. And when you see it in Jagannath Puri, there's gigantic wooden carts they rebuild every year. And then they take the Lord on a journey from Dwarka to Vrindavan. And it's very emotional because there's a million people there that come to pull the carts. The ropes are gigantic. And the carts are gigantic. And the Lord's eyes are gigantic. And everyone together in that crowd, it's like in London and other places, people become merged into madness when they go into soccer or football stadiums and then merge into the crowd. There's a different kind of merging into this emotion for Lord Jagannath coming back to Vrindavan. So I'll read the first translation and then we can sing the song. Sometimes in great happiness, Lord Jagannath makes a loud concert with his flute in the groves on the banks of the Jamuna. He is like a bumblebee tasting the beautiful lotus-like faces of the cowherd damsels of Vraja. And great personalities such as Lakshmi, Shiva, Brahma, Indra, and Ganesh worship his lotus feet. May that Jagannath Swami be the object of my vision. Changed my mind. I'm going to keep reading the English because it's so nice. Keep going? Okay, 3, 4 people said yes. Everybody else, all right. In his left hand, Lord Jagannath holds a flute. On his head, he wears peacock feathers, and on his hips, he wears fine yellow silken cloth. From the corners of his eyes, he bestows sidelong glances upon his loving devotees. And he always reveals himself through his pastimes in his divine abode of Vrindavan. May that Jagannath Swami be the object of my vision. On the shore of the great ocean, within a large palace atop the brilliant golden Nilachala hill, Lord Jagannath resides with his powerful brother Balabhadra and his sister Subhadra, who sits between them. May that Jagannath Swami, who bestows the opportunity for devotional service upon all godly souls, be the object of my vision. Lord Jagannath is an ocean of mercy, and as beautiful as a row of blackish rain clouds. He is the storehouse of bliss for Lakshmi and Saraswati, and his face resembles a spotless, full-blown lotus. The best of demigods and sages worship him, and the Upanishads sing his glories. May that Jagannath Swami be the object of my vision. When Lord Jagannath moves along the road on his Rath Yatra car, at every step, large assemblies of Brahmanas loudly chant prayers and sing songs for his pleasure. Someone loudly sing a prayer. Hearing their hymns, Lord Jagannath becomes very favorably disposed toward them. He is the ocean of mercy and the true friend of all the worlds. May that Jagannath Swami, along with his consort, Lakshmi, who was born from the ocean of nectar, be the object of my vision. Lord Jagannath, whose eyes resemble full-blown lotus petals, is the ornament on Lord Brahma's head. He resides on Nilachala hill with his lotus feet placed on the heads of Anantadev. Overwhelmed by the mellows of love, he joyfully embraces Srimati Radharani's body, which is like a cool pond. May that Jagannath Swami be the object of my vision. I do not pray for a kingdom, nor do I pray for gold, rubies, or wealth. I do not ask for a beautiful wife as desired by all men. I simply pray that Jagannath Swami, whose glories Lord Shiva always sings, may be the constant object of my vision. O Lord of the demigods, please quickly remove this useless material existence I am undergoing. O Lord of the Yadus, please destroy this vast, shoreless ocean of sins. Alas, this is certain. Lord Jagannath bestows his lotus feet upon those who feel themselves fallen and have no shelter in this world but him. May that Jagannath Swami be the object of my vision. So we'll sing this together. That is in unison. Kadachit kalindi tapipina sangita karavo mudhabhiri nari vadana kamala svadamadhupa Rama Shambhu Brahma Pati Ganesha Chitapado Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Vatume Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Vatume Bhuje Savye Venum Shirasi Shiki Picham Katitate Dukulam Netrante Sahacharaka Taksham Vidatate Sada Srimad Vrindavan Vasati Lila Parichayo Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatume Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatume Maham Bodhistire Kanakaruchire Nila Shakare Vasan Prasadanta Sahaja Balabhadrena Balina Subhadra Madhyasta Sakala Sura Seva Vasarano Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatume Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatume Kripa Parabhara Sajala Jala Shreni Ruchiro Ramavani Ramasmura Ramalabhanke Ruhamuka Surendra Raradhya Shrutikanashi Gita Charito Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatume Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatume Rataruto Gacchanta Nilita Budeva Patalai Stuti Pradurbhavam Pratipanamupa Kanyasadaya Daya Sindur Bandhusa La Jagatan Sindhu Sutaya Jagannatha Swami Nayana Pattagami Bhakti me Jagannatha Swami Nayana Pattagami Bhakti me Brahma Pida Kulalaya Dalot Ulanayano Divasini Ladrani Tacharano Nantashirasi Rasanando Radha Sarasa Babu Alingana Suto Jagannatha Swami Nayana Pattagami Bhavatu me Jagannatha Swami Nayana Pattagami Bhavatu me Navayacche Rajanda Chakannakamani Vibhava Nayacheham Ramya Sakala Janakamya Varavadu Sadakale Kale Ramata Patina Gita Charito Jagannatha Swami Nayana Pattagami Bhavatu me Jagannatha Swami Nayana Pattagami Bhavatu me Haratam Samsaram Dhutaramasara Surapate Haratam Papana Vitatim Aparam Yarabhapate Ahodine nate nihita charano nishita mida Jagannatha Swami Nayana Pattagami Bhavatu me Jagannatha Swami Nayana Pattagami Bhavatu me. Now for a special treat for tonight. This is a verse written by Srila Rupa Goswami, who was one of the most intimate associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who helped to reveal the meaning of Rath Yatra. Here's the story behind it. At the Rath Yatra festival, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was relishing the feeling of separation between Radha and Krishna in the spiritual world. And he began singing a song while he was following the Rath Yatra cart, or preceding it. He did both. And it was a secular song, a song that was not from any religious scripture. In fact, it was about an affair between a man and a woman, how they had later were reminiscing when they first met in a very romantic place. And because he was a sannyasi, a monk, some people heard it and they thought, what is he singing? This is a window into the efficacy of bhakti in the sense that we don't give up the world, because although the world is illusory, it's a reflection of the spiritual world. The attraction we have here, the attractions we have in this material world are real because we're naturally attracted and we naturally have emotions. But the real form of those attachments and emotions are in the spiritual world. And so when we see anything, any phenomena in this world in relationship to Krishna and remember him, then we're able to cross over from the material to the spiritual. In fact, In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna mentions Brahmarpanam Brahmahavir Brahmagno Brahmanohutam Brahmaiva Tenagam Tavyam Brahmakarma Samadhina. This whole material world can be transformed one item at a time or altogether. When you use something that is so-called material in the service of the Supreme, this verse says, then it no longer is material, it is transformed into spiritual energy. So the same goes with a song or emotions. If one sings a secular song, but is singing it about Krishna, then there's a connection to Krishna. So the song, this isn't the song. We'll sing that in a minute. And the reason we're doing it anachronistically is because it fits our purpose of meter and tune. But we'll sing this song. It's in the same style as what we just sang. And this is the translation of the song that Lord Chaitanya was singing at Rath Yatra. And here's how it goes. Priya Soyam. Do the same notation. No. What we were just doing. Yeah. Kadachit Kalindi. Here we go. Priya Soyam Krishna Sahachari Guru Kshetra Militas Tata Hamsaradha Tadila Mubayo Sangama Sukam Tatapyanta Kelana Mura Murali Panchama Jushe Mano Me Kalindi Pulina Vipinaya Sihayati Mano Me Kalindi Pulina Vipinaya Back. This is a verse spoken by Srimati Radharani. My dear friend, now I have met my very old and dear friend Krishna on this field of Kurukshetra. I am the same Radharani, and now we are meeting together. It is very pleasant, but still I would like to go to the bank of the Jamuna, beneath the trees of the forest there. I wish to hear the vibration of his sweet flute playing the fifth note within that forest of Vrindavan. There's a famous verse. This was written by Srila Rupa Goswami after he heard the next verse at Kurukshetra, at the Rath Yatra, I'm sorry. If you look at Lord Chaitanya's pastimes deeply enough, they go into Lord Krishna's and vice versa. And so this is the song that Lord Chaitanya was singing. That's a secular song. And let's sing it together. Ya Komarahara Saeva Hivaras Da Eva Chaitra Shapas Te Konilitamalati Surabaya Prodakadambanila Sachaivasnita tapitatra surata Vyapara lila vido Revaro rasi verasi tarutale Chaita samutkantate. One more time. Revaro rasi verasi tarutale Chaita samutkantate. That very personality who stole away my heart during my youth is now again my master. These are the same moonlit nights of the month of Chaitra. The same fragrance of malati flowers is there. And the same sweet breezes are blowing from the Kadamba forest. In our intimate relationship, I am also the same lover. Yet still my mind is not happy here. I'm eager to go back to that place on the bank of the Reva, under the Vatasi tree. That is my desire. And now, a special treat. We're going to sing the Maha Mantra together, but in a mystical tune that may change you from the inside out forever. So lock the doors. Shrikar's here. Hare Krishna Shrikar. No, if you don't want to be altered and have your heart and mind turned towards the spiritual world irrevocably, then I bid you to leave the room now. Because this tune, along with the Maha Mantra, or the Maha Mantra along with this tune, is so enchanting that you'll never be the same. We may have to lower one light to get the mood. Let's see if it works, or if it just makes it, yeah, see, a little darker. Then we can't film it. I don't know if is that better or not. Yeah, the mood. Maybe not all of them. Oh yeah, oh. See what you got yourself into? This is getting heavy. Okay, here we go. Close your eyes and get ready to enter into the spiritual world. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It's all you now. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Actually, one more. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Hare, Go Premanande. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You guys are wild, crazy. We must have gone insane in this room. That's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri. He comes to experience the highest emotion, can hardly be contained within a body. His body is experiencing symptoms of ecstasy that no one's ever heard of before. And he goes to a room that you can visit in Jagannath Puri called the Gambhira, which means deep, 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 the deepest place. And this is what we're all looking for. We want unlimited happiness. In this world, we get advertisements for some happiness, and it just causes us more distress. And then we try to take some medicine, but it comes with a long list of warnings that this could really mess you up. What we want is the real thing, and it's our birthright. We were born from nectar. We belong in nectar, and it's available. We can take it at any time. So this Rath Yatra festival, it means we're all marching back to the spiritual world. And we're not going to take it anymore, right?
Yes.
5 people. No, we're just not going to take it anymore, this material world. We're done, finished. We're on our way back to the spiritual world. That's the festival of the chariots. It's a very feeling festival. We're grabbing those ropes, say, Krishna, we're with you. We want you to be with us always. We're pulling them into our heart, say, we won't settle for any substitutes. The whole material world is one big substitute. But we want to go back home, back to Godhead. And we want to bring everybody in New York with us. How many people are here in New York?
8, 9.
Can you name them all, who they are? Everybody needs individualized attention in this world. Otherwise, they die of loneliness in their heart. Failure to thrive. They can't make it in this world without some love. So we have to give it to them because we have it. We've approached the ocean of love, and we can take it out in buckets, or even one drop will do. But we have to sprinkle it everywhere. We have to go into the boroughs. There's boroughs, right?
Yes.
And then we have to go the Bronx. We got to go to the Bronx and sprinkle everybody with this name of Krishna, which is the kind of nectar from the spiritual world that awakens people to this pure love. So, unfortunately, we ran out of time. And if you want to continue, then just join the Hare Krishna movement. And there's nobody can stop us. We're free souls, everybody, every one of us. It's not time, it's taste. And if we get a taste, then we'll spend more and more time entering into this realm that Lord Chaitanya invited us to come into, of chanting, hearing, and deepening our connection to Krishna and the spiritual world. That's the purpose of life. There's no other. Everything else is, well, I don't want to sound fanatical, but it's kind of a waste of time. We do have to maintain ourselves and be balanced and healthy. Eat good food, drink water. Try to find some air somewhere on the planet to breathe and keep the transcendental vibration going. And that brings us, if my Indian clock is correct, it's a classic clock, a little bell on top, that we're done for the night. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
So, just a few more announcements. Let's just give another big round of applause. So, we have just one more announcement. Tomorrow we have Kirtan. If you want to get more of Vaisheshika Prabhu's association, you can come tomorrow to Tompkins Square Park between 11 to 1. There'll be a big Kirtan happening there. Then after that, you can just take the subway down to up to Times Square, and there'll be another Kirtan. And if you want to hear more classes, then at the Bhakti School tent on Saturday, Vaisheshika Prabhu will be speaking along with many great speakers. So enjoy the weekend and have a great feeling festival. We have Prashadam for everybody in the Prashadam hall. Go straight and take a left. And so through the samosa chamber. So thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
We have 5,000 books to distribute. And so all of you are coming on the parade. We have 1,000 to distribute then. If each one of you takes a little bag, there's 30 in the bag, we're done. So please, there'll be someone on the parade route with a cart, and just grab one. We have about 2,000 packets of little prasadam also to distribute. And when you get to the park, there'll be more to distribute. So there's no dearth of opportunity to distribute these. So they're free, welcome packs. They got a lollipop in them too. You can help us out. Anyone wants to volunteer to help organize all that, please do.